The Wild 8 is a plot-driven, cooperative survival game for PC. This game tells a story of 8 people whose everyday lives are forever changed after a horrific plane crash. You and your friends find yourself at the mercy of nature in the frozen north of Alaska, battling against the elements in order to survive in a procedurally generated wilderness. Developed by 8 Points and published by Hype Train Digital, it's the product of a 9-strong Russian development team who live in Yakutia and personally find themselves challenged by the harsh conditions of one of the coldest places on Earth. They quote, "Eat bears for breakfast, program for lunch, and gather firewood for dinner." Initially a Kickstarter campaign which has since reached its crowdfunding goal of $50,000 and resulted in its release on Steam. While awaiting rescue, you and any other survivors will need to battle the elements, establish a camp, and gather resources while constantly fighting hunger and the cold. Although the wilderness appears beautiful and hospitable to start, it quickly becomes much more challenging with the presence of Arctic predators. Developers also promise a range of mysterious entities and unseen creatures that definitely don't belong to this wilderness, bringing to mind the Detlov Pass incident and the yet unresolved death of 9 hikers in the northern Ural Mountains back in the 1950s, and the plot of the popular TV series Lost. There is a simplistic crafting system and nodes are plentiful and well balanced. Players can craft on the fly or commit time and resources to a dedicated workstation, affording them more options and a better means of survival. The game is essentially the love child of Don't Starve in the Long Dark, and will quickly attract both player bases due to its slow poly aesthetic art style and simple but fun point-and-click mechanics. Although simple in theory, the game is unforgiving in practice. Starvation and the cold quickly set in, and enduring to cook food or gather firewood can be the difference between surviving another day. On that note, surviving in the Wild 8 is essentially a big gamble. Choosing to sleep out or struggle through an unpredictable and heavy snowstorm, staying put or moving camp, fleeing or fighting, these are the very choices that you need to make, and there's no real right answer, just consequences.